keys to give away as well. So if you guys are interested in more Chrono Odyssey content, you can go over to Twitch. Maybe we'll be able to give you a key there. Otherwise, you can just subscribe here on the YouTube channel for more thoughts. I am definitely excited for this game. If you guys are fans of MMOs in general, specifically if you're a New World fan like me, I do think there are a lot of similarities here. There is some crossover. The combat is quite different. It is, like I say, it's more flashy, it's more Korean, but I do very much enjoy this game. The exploration was super fun. The crafting and gathering was very chill. Yeah, so far, looking forward to this. I really hope they don't mess it up. I really hope it doesn't have rampant pay to win. We shall see. Let me know what you guys are thinking so far from all the information that were presented. If there is more that you would like to know on a particular topic, let me know in the comments down below. We can make a dedicated video to that. Subscribe for that said video. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.
Beijing, China. It's just after nightfall in the year 1908. A mysterious group leaves the Forbidden City. Servants, mounted imperial guards, the palace chamberlain. It's an official escort plus security detail. But they're not taking someone out of the city. They're on a mission to bring someone back. They travel north until they arrive at a red-gated mansion, the home of Prince Chun. He is not expecting visitors, but the imperial procession is not here for him. They're looking for his 2-year-old son. The little boy is afraid of the strangers and hides in a cupboard. The servants try to pull him out and carry him away, but the boy resists. He screams, he sobs, he scratches and wails. When they finally manage to calm him down, they take him back to the Forbidden City. This little 2-year-old boy was just chosen to rule China. His name is Puyi. Puyi is going to be the next emperor of the Qing dynasty, and the Chinese people will regard him as a living god. This video is largely based on the excellent book, The Last Emperor by Edward Beer. Find the link in the description. It's Puyi's coronation ceremony, and the boy can't take it anymore. For what seems like an eternity, they paraded before him. Strange men speaking strange words, ministers, palace guard officers, other officials. They approach and perform a ritual bow, kneeling 3 times and touching their heads against the ground 9 times. A kowtow. Each man pledges his allegiance, words that mean nothing to the young boy. To the 2-year-old, it's incomprehensible and frightening. The one person who could soothe him, who would calm him down and make him feel safe, isn't there. His wet nurse. Puyi is not allowed to see his mother, and Nurse Wang is her replacement. She plays with him, breastfeeds him, sleeps next to him. She's his main comfort and favorite companion. But she has been excluded from the ceremony. Puyi begins to fidget. Also, he's cold. The hall is freezing. He tells his father, Prince Chun, that he wants to go home. Then he starts crying. Prince Chun is desperate. No occasion could be more important than this. It must go well. He tries to soothe his son, saying that it'll be over soon. Those words may have comforted Puyi. To the palace staff who overhear them, though, they sound like a grim prophecy, not only about the emperor's reign, but about the fate of the Qing dynasty itself. The Qing dynasty began in 1644 after a minority ethnic group, the Manchu people, overthrew the majority ethnic group, the Han people. At its peak in 1790, the Qings were the 4th largest dynasty of all time. At the time of Puyi's coronation, China had more citizens than any other country. When the boy took the throne, he became the ruler of nearly 1/3 of the world's population. China has been ruled by dynasties for more than 2,000 years, and the power of the emperor has remained unchanged since then. On paper, it was virtually limitless. The Qing emperor was arguably the most powerful human being on Earth. But actually, China and its dynasty have been in decline for a long time. A series of internal power struggles have weakened the position of the emperor, leading to this one seemingly bizarre moment. But in fact, Puyi was not selected as emperor in spite of his age, but because of it. This is Cixi, also known as the Dragon Lady. As a teenager, she was chosen to be a concubine of the emperor. After his death, she seized control of the empire and effectively ruled China for nearly 50 years as Empress Dowager. To maintain her power, she installed underage boys as puppet emperors. But as the last of them grew older, tensions arose.
From the start, we knew our market wasn't just local, it was global. Navigating different regulations, managing payments across different markets, and building local teams worldwide are incredibly challenging. It became clear that we needed a better solution, one that could centralize our financial operations, and that's why we chose Air Wallets.
Now he is very ill. Cixi knows he'll soon be dead. She is willing to do anything to hold on to power. After losing a war against Japan, China was in heavy debt. As a partial payment, Cixi allows foreign forces to claim territory and valuable resources. China is weakened, the population oppressed. In the Forbidden City, a place of intrigue and conspiracy, Cixi is under massive pressure. Her health has been deteriorating. She urgently needs a new puppet. Technically, as long as Puyi is still underage, his father, Prince Chun, will be regent. He himself is loyal to Cixi. He's also incompetent, unlikely to outshine her. Exactly what she needs. After little Puyi has been seized from his home, everything seemed to be working out for her. The day after, as expected, her previous puppet emperor died. He was poisoned. But before Cixi can make her next moves, she too dies, and a 2-year-old sits on the throne. Of course, all of this is lost on Puyi. All he knows is that some important-looking people took him away from his mom, put him in a fancy robe, and are doing all sorts of strange things in front of him now. The reason is that he's no longer considered an ordinary toddler. From now on, to everyone he encounters, he's a living god. Three years later, Puyi is 5 years old now, and this is what a typical day of his might have looked like. He opens his eyes. He is on a massive kang, the platform bed where he sleeps every night, snuggled against Nurse Wang. Puyi must get dressed. Custom dictates that the clothes he wears must never have been worn before. Yesterday's outfit, his silk tunic, padded waistcoat, sable jacket, and fur-lined coat, has already been disposed of. Of course, he's not going to dress himself. As with everything, the eunuchs will take care of it. They are his servants. If you want to serve in the imperial court of the Qing dynasty, you have to become a eunuch. That means you have to cut off your penis, scrotum, and testicles. It would guarantee that the emperor is the only fertile man in the palace. Therefore, every child that was born here had to be his. Like all male Qing subjects, eunuchs wear a queue. Only a particular kind of eunuch, eunuchs of the imperial presence, were allowed to look at Puyi. All others had to look at the ground or turn away. They had no beards, their heads were bowed, their voices were high, since most had been castrated before puberty. Since tradition dictated a person couldn't reach heaven if they weren't buried whole, the eunuchs carried their removed genitals at all times, in little jars filled with salt water. The emperor is hungry. At a signal, the eunuchs will immediately prepare a huge buffet for him. Now, like every other day, he must pay a visit to the eastern palaces. Here, his other mothers live, 5 women who were either married to or concubines of the 2 previous emperors. To get to the eastern palaces, Puyi must take a walk through the city, again accompanied by the eunuchs. Wherever Puyi goes, dozens of eunuchs accompany him. One walks 30 yards in front, warning people to make way. Then come 2 chief eunuchs, walking on either side of the path. Then, about 2 feet behind, the center of the procession, Puyi himself. He is walking, and 2 junior eunuchs attend him on either side. Then come eunuchs of the imperial presence, carrying clothing, parasols, a canopy. Then more eunuchs still, carrying